Hi, everybody. It's time for Healing with the Blues. We're going to do this right now, live. Healing with the Blues. That's right, I'm healing with the blues. I've got nothing left to lose. That's why I'm healing with the blues. Such a pain inside. The love that's there for me, I have denied. I've never had the blues this long, this deep, this wide. That's why I'm healing with the blues. I wanted to come to you today, and I know it's not the 1st or the 15th, and it's not Tuesday morning, but this has been laying on my mind, and I wanted to share it with you. You know, people talk a lot about discernment, and I had a conversation with a friend of mine over the weekend about discernment, and it's an action verb. It's not a something that you don't do. It's a doing verb, and so when we ask for discernment or when we are engaging in discernment, we're trying to see if the thoughts that are coming in are directly from source or is it something that I'm making up? And that can be kind of a fine line at times because you think, gee, I feel like an idea is landing on me, and what do I do about it? And you have to be in a mode of discernment to understand it in a certain way. I mean, you don't need to understand everything about it, but here's an easy way for you to practice discernment. First, take a few deep breaths. Let your body relax. So let's do that together. So just take a nice deep breath through your nose. And as you breathe in, take another little breath in and then exhale slowly. Let the weight of your body settle down into the earth. So just let everything come down and be more relaxed. Take another deep breath in. Breathe in a little bit more and exhale. Letting all the weight of your body just come down toward the earth. Close your eyes. Let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. And as you're sitting there, let your question come forward. Is this me or is this coming from source, from God? Here's an easy way to tell. Rub your thumb and your finger together and ask for a yes. Show me a yes. And you can see my thumb and my finger have nice smooth action, right? Now I'm going to ask for a no. Show me a no. And you can see it's kind of sticky. Very simple. Show me a yes. Show me a no. Show me a yes. Show me a no. This is muscle testing. This is a really simple way to do it. There's lots of ways to do it. You can do a sway test. Swaying forward would be yes. Swaying backward would be no. You can also use more fingers and more of your hands. So you can do it like this. Try to pull your thumb and your pinky apart. Show me a yes. Show me a no. Comes apart really easily. Show me a yes. Can't pull it apart. You're not trying to do a strength test. You're trying to see if it pulls apart easily or if it's difficult. So as you're asking these questions, you can also do this. Press your index finger down with your middle finger. Show me a yes, strong. Show me a no, it goes right down. These are all ways that you could muscle test. And muscle testing is a really great way to find out if what you're thinking about is coming from you and your ideas and what you know, or if it's landing on you from source. Now, as you're breathing, doing that breathing and relaxing yourself, you're also asking, let source come in. Every inspiration, inviting spirit in. So let's do that one more time. Take a nice deep breath in. Inspiration, we're inviting spirit to come in. We're putting our attention on source, that part of us that is all knowing, all seeing, that is God within. And as we exhale, gratitude. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Inhale again. Inspiration, inviting spirit in. I'm putting my attention on source. And exhaling gratitude. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Just thinking those thoughts is putting your attention on what it is that you're intending. And attention to your intention brings no tension. So you're actually allowing yourself to relax to receive the information that you want. And it's not that you're making your mind up about something that you already know you want. It's that you're asking, is this something I need to act on? Or is this just something I need to dwell on? Or is this something, is it from source? Is it from me? Is this an idea I had? Is it an idea that's coming to me from source? Just allow yourself to do that part. And as you exhale, you probably get an answer as well, but you can also do the muscle testing. It's really important for you to understand that if you already have made your mind up about something, just do what you want and release any attachment to whether it's okay or not, and then deal with the consequences of your actions. Very simple, just like living life, right? Now, if you really don't know and you want to know, this is where you would ask a yes or no question, because you're only going to get yeses and nos with muscle testing. So, is it to the highest good for me to act on this thought? Is it to the highest good for me to continue along this path? Is it to the highest good for me to switch what I'm doing? I ask this all the time in business and also with my clients too, because we want to know what source is saying about what we're doing. It really doesn't matter what I think, and it doesn't matter what the client thinks. What matters is, are we paying attention to source here? Because that's always going to lead us in the right direction. Always, always, always. So if you have innate intelligence, which in chiropractic we say, yes, everyone has innate intelligence. There's a part of us that we're born with that knows how to run the body, right? I don't know how to run the body. I don't know what my liver's doing right now. The body knows, and each cell has this intelligence. And I go a little bit further with that and say each cell has this God particle, the source within each cell, every molecule, every atom, all the space in between. This is where we find that energy, that source energy. So as you're thinking about what it is that you want to ask or how you want to approach it, then you can let go of any preconceived notions that you have, let go of all the stuff that you bring to your listening, and just allow yourself to receive the answer. And then take whatever action you're going to take and deal with the consequences of your actions, just like we always do. Every time you make a decision, should I take the interstate or should I go through town? This is how I use muscle testing all the time. What's the best course of action for me to take? What's to the highest good? Is it to the highest good for me to take the interstate, or is it to the highest good for me to go through town? So sometimes I shorten that to the word should, and that's okay, because I'm not shoulding on myself. Like, I'm not saying you should have done this or you should be doing that. It's just a way for me to shorten what's the highest good. It's your intention that makes the difference. So when you're in discernment doesn't mean that you sit still and wait for some magical thing to happen. My friend described this when she was going to retire from her job with the job that she had had for like 20 years, I think it was. And they said, well, we will go into discernment on this, which is what they meant was, we're going to think about this for several weeks and then come back with an answer for you. And she had already made up her mind what she was going to do. And she's like, oh, I have a story about discernment for you. Discernment doesn't mean that you don't pray about something. And it also doesn't mean that you take forever to make a decision. You can decide that quickly with muscle testing. Is it to the highest good for me to do this? Yes or no? Yes. I'm getting a yes. It's the highest good. The other thing that you can do is think of all the feelings that you're having about the situation that you're asking about. What are the feelings that you're having? Ambivalence, right? Maybe some regret, maybe some worry, maybe some Indecisiveness. And there I am, feeling indecisive, feeling ambivalent. And I have some regret about what's happened in the past when I've tried to do something like this or when this is showing up. And I have some worry about how this is going to affect me in the future. I don't know. And I have some fear about the unknown. I'm tapping on all of these feelings, right? And I acknowledge my feelings. I own my feelings. I honor my feelings. And by the time you've done that, maybe you do it several times around, you have less upset, you have less constriction, you're less in fight or flight or freeze, and you're more in rest, digest, and heal. So you can make a good decision whether you want to follow that course of action or not. So getting in touch with your feelings about what you're going to do. If you have negative feelings about it, really good to identify those negative feelings, tap on them, muscle test, get your answer. And sometimes the answer is not yet. And sometimes the answer is no. So you get to decide what you're going to do about that. You could say, well, never mind, I'm going to do it anyway, right? And you can deal with the consequences of that. That you're not going to get punished. There will be consequences for your decisions. There always are. So it doesn't matter what you decide to do as far as like, is it going to push me forward? All you have to know is that you're going to learn something. You're going to learn something. And good to make a decision from a place of calm and peace. And good to make a decision knowing that you're asking source. These are all good things. You don't have to be out there feeling like you're flailing or treading water until somebody throws you a lifeline. There's always a lifeline, and it's always there for you. And so I'm going to ask you to comment if you've done this with something in your life. Please put a comment in and allow us to experience that. Share with us what's happening for you, and you're going to help somebody with what your comment is. And it's always about coming together and helping each other. That's community, and that's what we want. So have a wonderful day. Have a great week, and I'll see you soon. Take care.